Good morning, everybody. This is Dan with Senior E-Bike Nation. We're going to be taking a smaller ride today, probably to downtown Dayton here, where I live. So I just wanted to kind of show you the bike I'm riding, which is the Cyrusher Kommoda. And then I'll be talking about it once we get to our halfway point, a little bit about the bike. So here we go. Again, this is a 20-inch step-through fat tire bike. It's got a lot of neat features on it. First and foremost, it has got a 750 watt rear hub motor, and then it's also got dual suspension in the back here and in the front, and of course it's got a really nice color display on it. The pedal assists go from 1 through 5. So you can see 5 is power, then high, back down to normal, to low, to eco. I'll be riding in probably low or regular here on pedal assist 3, which is normal most of the way. And it's got a headlight here, and of course it's got taillights back here as well. And every time you hit the brakes, it'll actually light up your rear light on the brakes. It's also got zoom hydraulic brakes here, front and back. And it's also got a half twist throttle here that you can use like going up in hills and things like that. I did add a couple things like mirrors to it. The seat is actually the stock seat. It's very comfortable on this bike. And then it already comes with a rack on the back, so I added a bag here. And a couple things I do carry. I purchased an extra battery for this, and then of course I carry a gauge and a battery operated tire pump here that I recharge every now and then, and a couple other things that I do like to carry is extra key that goes into the battery. And once you turn this comes open and your battery sits down in this down tube. And then like I said, I carry extra tire levers, and I carry a can of Fix-A-Flat in case I get a flat tire, especially in the rear where I have a little more difficult time changing it. But here's a little bit about the bike, so I will see you on the trail. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dan again with Senior E-Bike Nation. We're going to take a different route today. We're going to go downtown Dayton here. It's probably 8.5 miles from here, so not quite as long as a ride as I normally do. So I'll explain a little bit about the bike when we get down there, but just wanted to give you a heads up where we're headed. And again, we're riding the Cyrusher Kommoda bike. It is my 20-inch fat tire bike, and it is a step-through bike, which is a lot easier for seniors to get on and off, and people with limited disabilities as well. I will ride in pedal assist 2 probably for a couple miles, and I'll bump it up maybe a little bit to pedal assist 3. But sometime during the ride here, I'm going to put the bike through its paces. I'll start out in pedal assist 1 and show you where the speed is on it, and then I'll bump it up through 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that'll show you what the bike can do at a maintained speed of whatever level of pedal assist that I'm in. Again, I've had this bike probably about 3 months now, and I've put on probably 1,050 miles, somewhere around there. So I give it quite a bit of work out here. And I've had 0 problems with the bike. I had a little clicking sound in the pedals when I first assembled it. And then after about 200 or 300 miles, I went and tightened down all the bolts on the bike, and then the clicking sound disappeared on the pedals. So whatever it was, it stopped. Again, when you purchase this bike, it'll come in a big box, and there's only really two things you have to assemble. Now, bear in mind, it does not have a manual with it, a physical manual. You'll have to go online if you really want to download the manual for this bike. But you got to put on the handlebars here at the gooseneck, and then the front tire has to be put on, and that's all the assembly there is to this bike. Everything else is plug and play. It's ready to go. It's a great running bike. As I mentioned, I have two different e-bikes. I have a 26-inch aerial rider e-bike, and then I have the step-through bike, which I'm finding this one's becoming a lot more comfortable to get off and on, because I can just step through the bike instead of having to step over the bar on the 26-inch bike. So that's a big difference, especially when you get older. We'll be crossing the intersection here, and we'll head towards downtown. I normally do a 30-mile ride where I'll go 15 up and 15 back to a little town called Xenia. But today I want to ride downtown just to change it up a little bit, give you guys a different view of the trail. We'll be riding along a river once we get closer to downtown. But I really encourage seniors to get out and ride bikes. I don't care if it's a regular bike or an e-bike, but get out and ride and get exercise. As I mentioned before on videos, I can burn between 1,000 to 1,500 calories on my 30-mile ride. Now, I may burn 800 to 1,000 calories on this little ride today. Of course, I call it little because it's only about 18 miles. Compared to what I'm normally used to riding. And I have my Apple Watch on, and of course it tracks my pedals itself, the amount of pedaling that I'm doing. It accounts for all of that on the pedaling app or the bike app. And interesting, when I carry my phone in my front pocket, I can track my steps, what it would probably be on downstrokes of my stride. So I guess that makes a difference, carrying my phone in my pocket or carrying it in the back of my bike coat. This bike is a little noisier than my other one, only because it's got 20-inch fat tires on it. It's got knobs on the tires, so. And the motor seems to be just a little louder than my other one. They're the same exact motor, but I guess it's just the way the bike is designed. But I can comfortably ride in pedal assist 2 on this one. On this bike, and as you can see, I'm riding about 16.5 mile an hour on it. But it's a beautiful time of year to ride as well. We're into fall now, and you can sure smell the fall in the air with all these leaves and everything. Might run into a few bikers out today. It's a weekday, but I'll run into a few as I'm riding on the trail. The parks do a really good job maintaining the trails. They'll have these big leaf blowers come by to clear the trails off, and then when trees fall on the trail, they get on them really quick, cutting up the tree or If I see a small one that's fallen, I'll move the tree off the trail as I'm riding. But this is the exercise I get since I've retired. I've been retired now about 2 years. I worked 40 years in the pest control industry, and I was a business owner for close to 20. So I turned the company over to my son and my 2 grandsons that work for him, and the company is really growing. But this is what I do between 3 and 4 days a week, is get out and ride my bike. If I don't have a whole lot of appointments one week, I'll probably ride four rides a week and get in 120 miles or so. And this week so far, after today's ride, I'm only going to get in about 70 to 90 miles so far for the week, but that's pretty good. On your left. About to show you some really neat graffiti on this building I usually show as I'm coming up through here. There we go. The Monster Mash. Cross another intersection here. Now, when I do my normal ride to get the 30 miles in, I'll typically go right here, past this little concrete thing here, and that takes me a different direction. But as I mentioned, I'm going to ride towards downtown today. Got a fairly warm day today. It's probably 55 out here. A little bit cooler yesterday when I was riding. Again, this used to be an old railroad track through here. This is the rail trail. And it's pretty flat all the way. Till we get along the river, we got a couple small hills we got to navigate. We'll be riding by the Air Force Museum up here. I don't think I'll be able to see it on the trail, but it's going to be really close to where we're going to be. So if you ever get to visit Dayton, Ohio, you need to visit the Air Force Museum. It's beautiful. I think they got JFK's plane. It's in there, and some rockets and missiles, and a lot of old World War II planes. Really neat. The Enola Gay is in there. On your right. Start to lose a lot of the leaves now. I think we've just passed our prime on the trees turning different colors. Up here on the right is a new Kroger that they're building. They tore down the old Kmart building that used to be over here. And that's going to be a big Kroger building with a fuel center there. So they're making pretty good progress on that one. Yeah, I can see the fuel center going in over here. But this bike really been a game changer for me. Being a step-through bike and 20-inch, it's really fun to ride this thing. And it's got some power, it's got some pep to it. You sit at a dead stop and turn that throttle, it'll throttle pretty quickly. So you need to navigate and go up some hills. It goes up them really easily. I haven't had it on the dirt too much. I hear it does really well with the wide tires on it. I may take it out on a mountain trail that we have around here someday, see what it does. But I typically always ride on the bike trails. I only have to go 0.8 of a mile up and back that I actually have to ride on the road, and then I'm on the bike trail the whole entire time. Like I said, probably see a couple bikers out today. Another major intersection I gotta stop at here. Have to push the button to the warning lights. On your right. On your left. Motorhome burned up pretty good there. All this property you're seeing over to the right here is all Air Force property. This is all Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and the museum is just beyond those trees over there. It's been a good while since I've been down there to the Air Force Museum. When you live local, you don't go to those things as often if you'd be out of town, obviously. Got a little creek over here we're riding along. On your left. Got a few more turns on this trail than I do doing my other rides. It just kind of winds its way down through to a park we have to go into, and then head on down towards downtown along the river. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of good weather left here. We're in Ohio, so it could basically snow anytime. We've come 5 miles now, and we've used right at 6% of the battery. That was a e-bike. That was a Trek e-bike. Getting ready to cross to get over in the park here. Getting ready to go on to, again to the Mad River Trail. We're already on that trail, but this is where it goes up into a park we have here. Then we'll be turning left and head on up into where the river is to head downtown Dayton. We definitely have some of the best trails in the nation in Ohio. There's not too many places you can't go and stay on a trail to get through Ohio. They've done a really good job with that. This little area here is called Eastwood Park. Be turning left here and head towards the river. Once we get up here in a flat area, I'll be starting to put this bike through its paces and show you what it can do. Up here is the fire training center for the city of Dayton. See, they got a fire truck out there. My son was a firefighter until he got hurt, so I got to watch him come out of a burning building, which is pretty cool, and rappel off that building. Now we're going to pick up the river here on the right. We'll follow that all the way into downtown. Yeah, up here a little bit, I'll go ahead and stop the bike and we'll put it through its paces and see what it can do. Got a flat area, I can show you all the speeds here. Again, this is the Cyrusher Kommoda. I'm going to start out in pedal assist 1, which is button over here. Brings it down to 1, which is eco. And then I'm going to put it through its paces and show you where the speedometer is when I top out at that speed on that pedal assist. This one will probably get you about 12 miles an hour. This speed is going to give you more exercise than you would with the other ones because you're at a lower pedal assist. So that's why they call it eco. We're going to bump it up to 2. And you'll probably get up to about 15 miles an hour, 16. And of course it gets easier to pedal. Then I'll bump it up to pedal assist 3, which is normally what I ride in. And it should top out about 20, 21 miles an hour. Then pedal assist 4, which is called high, get about 23 to 24 miles an hour. And then pedal assist 5, which is called power, will get you about 26, 27 miles an hour. And that's about where the bike maxes out. So I'll bump it back down here a little bit. We'll go ahead and ride in pedal assist 3. We're about 6.5 miles, so we're not far from halfway. I'm sorry, but we're over halfway. We've only got a couple more miles to ride to get downtown. It's about 8.5 from my house. You can see downtown off to the distance on the left there. And I'm at pedal assist 3 and pedaling pretty constant at 20, 21 miles an hour. Yeah, we'll just wind with the river now to get downtown. We're about a mile now from Riverscape, which is right at downtown. Got a few bikes out today. Got all the geese out here. You'll find her poop all over the trails normally. I'm down to about 89%, and I've come 7.5 miles. So the battery's holding up really well in this warmer weather. Pretty good view of downtown there. We had a really big flood in 1913. Of course, I wasn't born yet, but downtown probably had 10 to 15 feet of water covering the buildings at that time. So since then, they've built 5 dams in the area to eliminate that problem. And they did that back in the late 1915 to 1930. They built all those dams, different parts of the area, to help that not be such a problem. Now sometimes I'll come down here and this trail will be covered with water. The river's really up in the springtime, so you can't come down through here. And they'll have signs up that the trail's flooded, and they'll let you know. Got a bunch of geese up here on the left. Sometimes you have to run them off the trail, they'll be covering it. On up here a little bit, I'll be turning left up this hill so I can go up into downtown. And that's what's nice about this throttle on my ride. I can barely pedal and put this throttle on, and it'll just help me climb right up this hill. And that's an advantage when you get older. And I'll be turning back right again here. Kind of a switchback there, I think. And you can go right across the bridge here and head north of town and some different trails. These are a bunch of lots here they build here on the left. They're pretty expensive. Probably a couple $1,000 a month to live in those. But it's nice right along the river. And a lot of people like living downtown. I got several friends that live down here, and they just really want to live in the downtown of the area they live in. You can go right here and cross the bridge, but I'm gonna go left here, and that big white thing up there is called Riverscape. That'll be an ice skating rink here once we get colder. Be a lot of people out here ice skating. But it looks like they may be starting to get ready for that the way they're. Yeah, you can see they've already got the They've got all the areas cleared out here, and they got the concrete, and this is where they're gonna put the skating rink. I guess that'd be about another month or two. And they got a bunch of swings and stuff on top of the levee there where you can sit and relax and enjoy. And these things here are full water in the summertime. You see a lot of people out here in the summertime. Again, right there, they're going to put a lot of apartments up here in that building that they've renovated, and some a couple business locations they're going to put in there. As you can see, they're up here planting all the bulbs for the fall. What kind of bulbs are we planting today? Tulips. Well, I'm doing a YouTube video on my channel here, so tulips. Look at this. Nice. City of Dayton, best at work here. Hard at work. Now I'll learn how to do these tulips right. They dig shallow holes and they just put 2 or 3 in there. Will they come up? Will they come up next spring?
Yeah.
Good. That's got to be rewarding for you to see that come springtime.
Yeah.
And obviously this is the best time of year to plant them is in the fall, isn't it? Yeah. Like most plants, hydrangeas, whatever. Yeah, they kind of go dormant, don't they? Yeah. I know I have a fish pond at home. In the wintertime, of course, I keep a heater in there and I keep it aerated so the fish can survive. And those fish will go to the bottom of that pond and they won't move all winter. It's like they just sit there, and I'm thinking, well, they don't eat because they shut down and they just don't move, and it's like 3 months they're like in the same spot. Yep. It's pretty amazing. Mother Nature.
Exactly.
You guys have a great day. And thanks for making Dayton beautiful.
Thank you.
That was the Parks Department out doing planting those bulbs. That's really cool. Getting all the fall bulbs in. A little better view of downtown here. That's actually a bank building over there, the tallest building, and then we have CareSource over here, which is big, I guess, for agency for Medicaid. And they've got all these brick little areas here, and they've got bike lanes all down through downtown that you can ride on, and that's really nice. As you can see, the bike lane over here. And they got that pretty much throughout downtown Dayton. How you doing?
All right.
And got the fire department main building up here on the right. Or straight ahead of us, actually. How you doing? How you doing?
Pretty good. Someone stole my bike like that, but it was a Schwinn.
Yeah?
It was a motor put on it.
Oh, did you have a motor put on it?
Yeah. Someone stole it, of course.
Oh my gosh.
They always do that.
Boy, you got to really protect these things. Mm-hmm. I mean, these are a couple $1,000 bikes, and you don't want somebody stealing them.
Actually, the Schwinn bicycle, someone put a motor on it.
So you actually fitted it with a motor. What'd you put on? About a 750 hub motor? Did you put it on the back like this one?
No, he put it on the front of the bike.
On the front of the bike?
In the front.
Or right here, it's called a mid-drive. One good thing about a rear drive, if you break a chain, you can throttle home. But with the mid-drive, you can't do that.
Yeah, he was just starting out doing it, trying them out.
A lot of people build those conversions. And you do,
Two more ones with a Harley.
yeah, you $400 or $500, you can build a bike out. And I mean, I live over off Woodman and Woodbine, so you know I can get down here in half hour maybe. But yeah, I'm doing a little videoing today. I got a YouTube channel, so I'm just talking to a few people down here and see how they like the downtown. Do you live down here?
I'm homeless, so I'm just like going where from here.
Oh, you actually homeless?
Yeah.
Well, you know, is it by choice? No.
Ex-boyfriend keeps kicking me out.
Who kicked you out?
Boyfriend.
Oh my gosh.
He does it like every other week.
How long ago did this happen, or just recently?
About 2 weeks ago.
Oh boy. So you just kind of sleep wherever you can, and
Yeah, I was sleeping in bandits over on Main.
they won't let you sleep over there anymore?
Well,
Well,
I have friends I can jump to.
Yeah. Will they let you sleep like down through here?
I never tried down there. It's not scary. And I thought,
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to trust being down through here.
now they say underneath the bridge over. Somewhere underneath the bridge. You know that bridge or something?
Yeah. So are you down here pretty much every day?
No.
No. I don't.
Depends on where I'm going.
Hold on a second here. I'm gonna see if I can help you out just a little bit. Shut my pump off to my. Yeah, it's kind of battery operated. It makes it a lot easier.
Well, my mom's got it's an electric bike. Tell me what you got.
Yeah, this electric.
This is, I don't know what kind it is. They just got it too.
Yeah. Well, at least I can help you out with a little bit of food anyway. There you go. How about 25 bucks?
Oh, thank you, sir. God bless you.
Just buy yourself some food, whatever you can. It can't be easy out living like this.
Thank you. God bless.
You know, you got to give back where you can.
Yeah.
You know, and I've talked to homeless people, and a lot of them is by choice. And you know, that's the lifestyle they want to live.
I can't handle it from my I'm scared.
It's got to be very scary, especially being a woman out like this.
I had 4 guys put me up a while back. They were going to rape me. If I didn't tell me somebody knew who it was, if I let me go.
Did you carry any kind of protection at all to help yourself?
Actually, I just dropped my fucking phone right before I ran into him.
Carry a knife or something?
Now I do.
Good for you. Good for you. It's dangerous out here.
It is, especially up in our Main.
Oh, brother.
Parkwood.
That's unfortunate. But it's the way of the world today, isn't it?
Yep.
And what's your name?
Echo.
Echo. I like that name.
Her real name too.
That is ECHO. I like that. Why did your mom name you Echo? I'm kind of curious.
Hippie. I asked her to, like, what is your
She's a hippie.
Yeah.
That's a really cool first name, Echo.
Echo person.
Yeah. And how long you been homeless?
Off and on 4 years I've been here.
4 years. Well, you're not from Dayton?
I'm actually from Highland County.
What county?
Highland County.
Highland County, down around
Brown.
Adams Brown County, down through there, south of Wilmington, down through there. So that's where you're from, huh?
Yep. All my kids are grown up, so.
Are they? How many kids do you have?
3 and 2 grandbabies.
Wow. Ain't grandkids fun when you get to see them? They're,
I have them call me Nan, so I like grandma.
yeah, you know, they're a lot easier than taking care of your own kids. You can spoil them and send them home. So boys, girls, the grandkids?
Boy and a girl.
Boy and a girl.
My oldest is a girl and 2 boys.
Wow. You get to see them very much?
My youngest I don't. He went to JDC, but my oldest just moved to Tennessee. Him and his girlfriend.
Oh, took your grandbaby with them, huh?
No, Devontae's still up here.
Okay.
And then Haley's got my granddaughter down in Highland County.
Yeah.
Hillsboro.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me much.
You don't look going back down there again to stay?
Thought about it, but just nobody's going that way.
Yeah. Find somebody's going that way. So how long you say you've been in Dayton now?
Off and on 4 years. Well, 4 years.
3 or 4 years now.
My ex partner here to just dump me for another chick.
Yeah.
How it goes, I guess.
Well, you definitely need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, he lets me stay there every once in a while.
Yeah.
We live on.
Well, we got warm weather right now, but cold weather's not far behind us here. And that's got to be hard, you know, trying to find a place to stay warm.
Yeah. I mean, I screwed my neck. I was helping a guy over, and he said probably a year and a half ago cleaning up the property. We had a camper. on me. I died and everything.
Oh boy.
Right down, I have no spine. It's scary.
Yeah.
They sort of on my nib.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing for sure. If it don't make
Got a
you,
bike, but
if it don't kill you, it'll make you tougher. That's for sure. Yeah, if you had a bike, you know, you could probably get around.
Stole it. That's what I'm saying. Everybody keeps stealing bikes.
And you can't chain them down well enough, can you?
I didn't think I'd get a chain till after, but I only keep for like a day.
If somebody steals it.
Unless I get a chain with it. Yep.
That's horrible.
It is.
Yeah, like you say, you got that element of people out there.
Yeah.
So, well,
Every time he got me a bike, he would turn around and take it from me.
really?
Yeah, the one that just made me get out again.
Yeah. You mind if I ask how old you are?
42.
42? You look younger.
Thanks, everybody says that. I was like, nah.
You do look younger than 42.
Still 42.
Well, this will toughen you up for sure, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't let nobody steal your money anyway.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you can buy a little bit of food with it or whatever you need. Good. It's not much, but it'll help.
Thank you. Now you can put me in your paper or whatever you're doing.
Well, I'm doing a YouTube video right now.
Okay.
We're filming it right now, so if you had a phone, you could probably find my channel and find you on the channel.
It just got wet.
Your phone got wet? Well, that's not good either.
Left it in the rain on it, so it was cracked. I got another one just got off.
And your backpack got soaked?
Yeah, no, actually the whole phone, actually everything got soaked.
And your phone was in your backpack? Oh, boy.
It cracked where I dropped it so many times.
Oh,
It's like I got it right in my bag now.
yeah.
Hopefully it'll kick it, pull it out, I'm hoping.
Well, you take care of yourself.
Thank you, God bless.
You too, and
Nice to meet you.
stay warm and all of that, too. All right. Have a good day, ma'am. That is something else to see something like that. And as I mentioned yesterday, doing those blessing boxes, that's why I like to do that. There's somebody that really needed the help. And now she had a bike, somebody stole it. She's probably from somewhere 40 miles from here, the way she's talking, where she lives. And she said she's been homeless for like 4 months now. So that's sad to see that. My heart just goes out to the people like that. I mean, I only give her a little bit of money, maybe 20, 25 bucks, but hopefully she'll be able to buy some food with that. You know, it's once you give it away, it doesn't matter where it goes because God's got control of that. So once I help somebody like that, I get the blessing certainly from being able to help them, but at that point I lost ownership of it when I gave it away. And I really like interviewing people like that just to see their perspective on life and what they're going through. And whoop, we don't want to go that way. That's kind of going back across the bridge here. We're going to turn around here a little bit. But you see people going through that part of life, and we're always trying to judge or question if they're doing that because they want to, or are they too lazy to get a job. But you can clearly see in that case, she's had spinal cord injuries by somebody hitting her or something in a car, from what I understand, and she can't work. So I just really see that, and my heart goes out to her. But it's just beautiful out here to see this. And you know, I'm really glad I came downtown today. I didn't realize I was going to run into an encounter like that. But that just so much fills my heart with love and joy for people. Just to see how much they're struggling. And we'll turn right up here, and this sharp turn I call a switchback, and we'll head back towards my house. So tell me your thoughts and comments about the bike itself, or running into that homeless person. Let me know what you think about that. You know, we're just so blessed to have a roof over our head and food and shelter. Run over there, little goosey. You about got your goose cooked. You know, back in my earlier days, I've been on welfare and I've been on food stamps. Back in the early 70s, it was tough back then. We didn't have the agencies that we have today to help. So anytime I can give back when I see that, I'm going to. Because I've been there, done that, and I know what it feels like. She was a very humble person. I loved her first name. Did you hear that? Her name was Echo. I just thought that was really cool. Never heard anybody called Echo, but I'll remember her name, and if I ever see her again. That may be the only encounter I ever had seeing that woman. But I hoped I filled her heart a little bit and definitely helped her maybe buy some food. She's not going to buy much, but it's a meal. But just a really nice person. Someday I'm going to, I've said this, it's in my bucket list. I want to go live like a homeless person someday, just for a weekend, to see what it's really like. See the dangers they encounter. That poor woman told me back there that she almost got raped by 3 guys recently. So those are some of the things they face every day. So count your blessings every day. If you've got things that the Lord has provided for you, which is food and shelter and safety, count your blessings every day. That's in my prayer every morning and every night before I go to bed. That's my prayer. Just thank Him for His grace. Thank Him for all the blessings. And to be forgiven. I call those appointments God appointments that we just had. I thought it was pretty cool just to see the ladies planting the the bulbs, the tulips. But then to run into her, that made my ride. Not that she's like that, but if somebody can give her 5 minutes of encouragement and hope, that's going to help her in the long run. Unfortunately today, a lot of people just walk away from her and say, you know, have a nice day and all that. But I could see the need that she had. And I just wanted to fill a little bit of void in her life. But anytime we can do one nice thing for one person a day, it's going to be a much better world around you, I can tell you that. Yeah, I could just throttle right up this hill. I'm not even pedaling. But again, share your comments down there. Let me know some of the things that you guys do to help other people. Rather be in a small ministry you may have at your church, or something that you do, like the food blessing boxes that I show on my videos, that I try to keep food in them. Tell me about some of the things that you do. And it's not about us. God gets glory. He gets the glory for everything we do. I feel that God put that woman in my place at that exact time. And I wasn't really going to get out and ride today, but I told myself I just want to go downtown, shoot a little video. Cruising along about 23, 24 mile an hour right now. I'll be having several videos coming up here. As I mentioned, a lot of them are going to be on my bike rides. But I'm also going to see, by taking some of these trips into downtown, to run into some people that need help. I may carry some food with me someday to help somebody out. Must be cleaning the river up down here. Yeah, it looks like they're catching a lot of debris and stuff coming down the river. I'd like to give a shout out to a couple channels that I really like. There's a particular channel called Appalachia Homestead. Her name is Patera. Oh my, she's probably got 420,000 subscribers now, but she's had her channel open since 2014. But she does the same thing with the blessing boxes, and she's very frugal, and she talks about her farm and preparedness and prepping and farming and taking care of animals and chickens. And my wife and I just really enjoy her channel. Again, that's called Appalachia Homestead. Her and her husband Jim, and they got a couple, 2 or 3 teenagers. But she's a very humble soul. That's all I'll say about her. But those are some of the things that she talked about just on a recent video, about getting out and helping people, get involved. And just show people that you care. It's not that hard. Getting ready to cross over here, gotta be a little careful. But you know, as seniors, to get out and do this stuff and try to help where you can. We can't solve all the world's problems, but we can certainly show God's love in a practical way every day. So again, share your thoughts about any of this. What you think about my videos. Where you think I can help others on my bike ministry. I'd like to have somebody share that with me. And that's truly what a bike ministry is, just getting out and doing the things that we just did. Beautiful ride out here this afternoon. Got about another 4 miles to go to get back. I'll probably shut the video off a little bit earlier before I get to my house. But all the fall colors are just beautiful. I don't know, I may change my channel name. I got to thinking about a couple things here that instead of Senior E-Bike Nation, I may want to change it to Senior E-Bike Nation Ministry, or maybe Showing God's Love in a Practical Way. Put down in the comment sections what you think about that. On your left. Yeah, this is not like my other location. I can push a sign and people will stop. They don't stop here. You just got to be careful going across the intersection. On your left. Yeah, we're down to about 63% of my battery, and we've come almost 15 miles. We're right along here at about 20 miles an hour. Yeah, it's amazing how God will open doors and opportunities for you. That's in my prayer every morning, that God know that I'm available. And that's what he does. He puts somebody right front and center of you. All you got to do is ask. And I certainly never want to boast about any of this, because this is all God. He gets the glory. It's his kingdom. I try to be very humble when I can. As God says in the Bible, he only don't hate pride, he detests pride. And that's where a lot of us fall short every day, and I'm guilty of it too. Just being prideful, and you really need to, we all need to deal with that individually. Listen to what he's trying to tell us. It'll probably only be another 3 to 4 months I'll have this Kroger open over here. Yeah, I left the national company in the pest control industry back in 2003. I was 52 years old. And I was very successful in sales over the years, and of course God gets the glory for that. He gave me those talents. But I prayed about a year before I left that company to get me out of that environment. I was making a lot of money back then. I've been all over the world in superstar trips through my sales abilities. But I was miserable towards the end of my career there. I became prideful, I became haughty. I thought I was a cat's meow. So I asked God to humble me, as I want to walk in faith, not in works. So I had back surgery that year, and I was gone from Terminex. They did that to all the veterans nationwide. They got rid of the high salaries, and they got rid of all the future health care they'd have to deal with. So I remember riding home and called my wife and said, I just got exterminated from Terminex. And she didn't believe it, and I said, yeah, that's the truth. I said, they can fire you for anything. They said I wasn't crossing my T's or dotting my I's, and that's why they terminated my employment. But they wanted to get rid of me. So God closed that door for sure. But I also told my wife I had that prayer for about a year that God would deal with that, and he did. They wouldn't let me pray with people anymore. They wouldn't let me witness to people. That's corporate America for you, but that's all big employers anymore. And I don't want to single out Terminex. They were a great company to work for. But everybody had to be politically correct. So less than 3 months later, I started my own pest control company. And I became very successful at it. Just knocking on doors, and I had a website built and did a little bit of advertising, but word of mouth is where I really built most of my business. So at that point, I was able to start praying for people again and witnessing to people and helping them where I could. And that is some of the stuff that God just, it's a miracle in my life that how that happened. Just a miracle. And then a couple years ago, I had a little heart scare. I tried to retire 2 or 3 times before I actually retired. And my wife and my kid just said, yeah, you've said that before. So I went for a normal physical, and I was probably 67, 68 at the time. I'm 70, be 71 in November. And my doctor, after he did the EKG, says, have you had any heart pain or any shortness of breath? And I said, no. So he said, well, the back of your heart's showing something's going on. So he sent me to a cardiologist. And he kind of had the same readings on it, but he wasn't too worried about it. And he said, well, there's a couple things you can do. You can do nothing, or you can go ahead and have an ultrasound done to see if there's anything there. And I said, if it was your heart, what would you do? And of course he said I'd get the ultrasound done. So I did, and nothing come back out of the results. It was all negative. What that was God put a shot across my bow to tell me it's time to retire. Here's your warning. So sometimes you get these subtle things hit you as a Christian, especially, that you need to listen to what he's trying to tell you. So since then, I turned my company over to my son, and my grandsons work for him, and it's growing. But now I can get out and ride my e-bike as many days a week as I want. That experience I had with that woman back there, Echo, you couldn't give me $1,000 to change for that experience. And I'm not wealthy by no means. But that experience alone was well worth $1,000 to me, just to see how she lives and how God works with people and through people. If I do run into her again, I'll try to help her again if I can. But I also want to maybe be able to, if she needs it, that I can pray for her, and if she doesn't know the Lord, that I can witness to her. To tell her what God's done in my life. I mean, I couldn't tell you the amount of blessings God has given me. It's beyond measure. First of all, just to be loved by Him and to understand what all that is, and to live the Christian life, not through my works, but through my faith. You know, I read my Bible every day, and I'm in different parts of the Bible. I'll read 4 or 5 different books at one time and read a chapter in each book, and the more that I read the Bible every day, the more I want to read the Bible every day. It's an honor to be able to read the Bible every day and understand what He's trying to tell you. I know there's a lot of people who don't believe in all that, but I do. On your left. Thank you. People must be getting off work. It's getting kind of busy out here. Yeah, I think I was maybe 39 years old. Can't remember if I was 29 or 39 when I accepted the Lord into my life. a next door neighbor of mine invited us to church, and it was an apostolic Pentecostal church, so you know what them are about. I seen a lot of speaking in tongues and interpretation, and a lot of shouting and singing, and a little bit intimidated first of all, but that's when I turned my life over to the Lord. I remember the prayer team and the pastor witnessing to me, and I turned my life over, and I was just crying like a baby. Wasn't embarrassed to at all. I just had that experience. And I was baptized the same night. They had a baptismal pool in the basement of the church. So I was baptized. And I had one of those, what they call baptismal experiences. When I come out of that water, I felt like I was Snow White. I don't know what happened, but I know I was transformed. I knew that all my sins had been forgiven. As God says, He forgets them from the east as the west. On your left. We're going to cut off the video right up here, and I really don't like taping riding into my neighborhood for safety and security reasons. So we'll just kind of wrap it up right here. Get this thing off here and see if I can get it over my head. But again, I just wanted to share that video with you, and if you got any comments, please like the video and smash that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video.